Okay, we are at the start of lesson 3.10, and hopefully we know all of this stuff, but we are just going to go over it again. So the very first thing that I want you to do is label the outside of this. If you look on the outside, you'll see that there are grids, that we've been working on, coordinate planes that we've been working on. So if this middle line is 0, then we kind of have an invisible line of 1, 2. On 2, you can see like the very tip of it. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I want you to do that same thing at the top. 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now you're going to go to the negative numbers. The one that you can see right here, kind of under that A, is going to be -3. So you can kind of space it between that. -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, and -10. Same thing up here. The longer line that you can see, that again is with the A, is -3. All right, and now we need to do our lines going up and down. So here on the x-axis, we need to label that 0. And then when you jump, it's positive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And of course, that is going to be 10. I'm going to skip over to this side. Going to label the main line 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that one will be regular 10, not -10. And then we need to do our negatives. -1, -2, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10. Jumping over here. -2, -3, -4, -7, -8, -9, and that one has -10 already there. Okay, this will come into play a little bit later. So let's just start taking notes right here where it says x-axis and y-axis. The horizontal one is the x-axis. Okay, and the vertical is the y-axis. Okay, we should know that. X, you always run, and then you jump or dive on the y. All right, moving on to origin. Where is the origin? I'm actually going to get out a crayon because I like colors. And the origin is right there in the center. We went over that the very first lesson. And the origin is where the x and y axis meets. And its coordinate is 0, 0. So if you ever have something with a coordinate that says 0, 0, 0, you're like, that's the origin in the middle. Bam. Okay. Moving on to what is an ordered pair. An ordered pair is x and y coordinates that give a point location on a coordinate plane or a grid. All right. To plot points, go across or I'm going to say run. And then go up or down. And if you want to put jump or dive, either one is fine. All right. And now, if you notice, there are some coordinate pairs. There's 4 coordinate pairs on this section. So we're just going to find those. The first one that we're going to do is 4, 8. So I don't want to make you dizzy, but we do have to make our grid right again. So we have to make sure that the holes are on the bottom, and the coordinate plane should be able to be read clearly. So our first coordinate, if we're looking down here, was 8, 4. So starting in the middle where the origin is, I have to run to where 8 is, and then I have to jump up to where 4 is. I'm going to put a dot right there. And I might even color it the same color. Woohoo! I'll get a different color for the second one. The next one is 9, -2. So I'm going to run to the number 9, and then I'm going to dive down to -2. I'm actually going to connect those 2 things. And I'm going to get a third color. I think I want orange. All right. Oh, I'm going to make that blue because that was the dot that I had blue on. Should we do this one, which is -8? Sorry, let's turn it this way. -8, -5. Here's -8 on this line, -5. Excuse me. I'm gonna get another color, and this one is -7, -7, -7. -7, which is going to be on this line, -7, -7. So I'm going to color that green. I can't really put a line connecting those, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Okay, I think it just wanted you to practice in all 4 quadrants. You didn't have to do that one, that's okay. All right, so going back to our circle, we finished everything and we plotted all 4 of those dots. Distance and polygons or shapes. Okay, what is the length of the segment A to B? That's the units that we were learning the last 2 days. So I'm going to go over here. I found A and I found B. Let us jump. I see that we have jumped 2 units. So my answer is 2 units. The difference between A and B. What is the ordered pair missing vertex in this rectangle? Okay, so we have an A and B here, and I made a green dot over here. If I were to make this shape a rectangle, what would I need to put to make a rectangle? I have this side, I have this side. If I put a point here, it would make a rectangle. And then it said, what is the ordered pair of this? And it's -7, because I ran to -7, and then I jumped to -5. So -7, 5 is my units, or my ordered pair. Okay, what is the length of segment C to D? C all the way down to D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was 7 units. And what is the ordered pair of the missing vertex in the rectangle? So I had an orange dot here. I'm just going to connect all the dots that I have so far. And I know that it wants me to make a rectangle. So if I make a rectangle, I probably need a dot here to make a really long rectangle. That is going to, I need to run to -8 and I jump to 2. -8 and then I jump to 2. Okay, plot a point in quadrant 1. Well, it even says quadrant 1 right here. Quadrant 1 to create an isosceles triangle. What is the ordered pair for that point? All right. It wants me to put one in here. In an isosceles triangle, we want to have like the same amount on this side as we do on this side. So I'm going to put a line here. Color it in so you can see my triangle. And the point, I went all the way. I ran to the line of 10 and then I jumped to 4. So 10, 4. And I hope that looks good to you. All right, we are now moving on to your practice worksheet. Remember that you were supposed to move these 2 pieces of paper because on the back of this one was your absolute value. So if you couldn't find this paper, it's an absolute value on the back. And this has absolute value practice on the back as well. All right, so it wants you to put these points on your graph and then tell me the shape that you made. That's what you're doing on 1 to 4. Write the ordered pairs of a rectangle. I see a rectangle right here that's already given to you. You need to tell me the 4 points that make up that rectangle. And you need to do that with all the ones from 5 through 9. Number 10, 3 points of a rectangle are bam, bam, and bam. You need to tell me what would be the missing point, such as what we did on our wheel. It gave us 3 points already, and then we had to figure out what the missing point was. So you need to do that on all the rest of those. All right, moving on to your book practice, page 199. Again, we are on 3.10. Sonia and Lucas walk from the school to the library. They walk 5 blocks south, meaning down, and 4 blocks west, meaning left, to get to the library. If the school was located there, where is the library going to be? So I would draw up a grid and I would start doing my jumps. Okay. Let's only do problems 2 and 4 since we've been doing quite a bit of these coordinate plane problems already. And then we are going to jump to your book, or your binder, sorry. And in your binder, it's pretty much what you're doing in the book as practice. They give you the coordinate of the high school. He has graphed the high school 3 units to the right of the middle school. Oh, they gave you the units of the middle school. And then you need to tell me where the high school is and give me that ordered pair. Zachary will graph the apartment building 2 units to the left and 5 units down from the grocery store. He has already graphed the grocery store. So on this, you need to label everything and then tell me the ordered pair on number 1 and number 2. This is giving you the instructions, and you just need to start at where it tells you. So 0, that's on the X line, and jumping up to 2. So that is your starting point. These are counting by 2s. A unit is an individual number. So this one skips from 2 to 4. That's 2 units apart from one another. Okay, so it says moving down 1 unit. So I'm going to go from 2, and I'm just going to do a half jump, and that's going to be down to 1. Okay, so my line that I'm working on right now is 1. And then it wants me to move to the right 4 units. And remember, I'm working in halves. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to run to 4, and I'm going to jump to 1. Okay, I'm going to do that again from where I was. I have to go down 1 unit, so now I'm on the 0. And then I have to move over 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. I run to 8, and I didn't run or jump, so my answer for the y coordinate is 0. You need to do that on Ben's number, Alyssa's number, and Helena's number, or chart. You don't have to do this very bottom part. I know it was a lot. Be amazing. Have a wonderful day.